up in the court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, Kahawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the fresh boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Collinsville High School and Kahok Stadium, where tonight we have for you some high school boys soccer action. I'm Todd Duke. I'll be bringing you all the action tonight as your Collinsville Kahawks return home to host the Granite City Warriors. Collinsville comes into this contest with an overall record, of 8-4-2, while Granite City comes in with an overall record of 4-9-1. And we welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. Cullip Jennings Florist is a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials. This week's special, Stargazing Lilies. You can get a dozen of those in a stylish vase for $30. If you'd like information on this week's special or anything else that Cullip Jennings Florist can help you with, give them a call at 344-0404. Well, as I mentioned, Collinsville comes in at 8-4-2, while Granite City comes in at 4-9-1. Granite City left the Southwestern Conference at the end of the last school year, so this is a non-conference game, and Granite City does not have a conference. If you would look up their stats on the STL website and click on standings, it'll just show you Granite City. They are not grouped there with anyone else. But Granite City a little bit better than they were at this point last year. Matter of fact, last year they only won 2 games. They went 2-15-1 and got outscored last year 47-7. Well, this year they're a little bit better. They're 4-9-1, and they are still being outscored, but not quite as bad. They're being outscored 27-22, so they're coming in averaging about 1.5 goals scored per game, but they're giving up 1.9, right around 2 goals per game. Collinsville coming into this contest having scored 45 goals. They're averaging 3.2 a game, and they have given up 24, and a lot of those have become recent goals in the last 6 games or so. And Collinsville is giving up an average of 1.7 goals per game. on the year. As far as Collinsville's conference record is concerned, they are 2-1 with still a few more conference games up and coming. For the Kahawks, they've kind of fallen on hard times since they got that 6-0 win at Highland back on September the 6th. If you remember, Edwardsville was the next opponent after that game on 9/11. Collinsville lost that contest 3-1, and that started a 1-4-1 slide for the Kahawks in their last 6 games. After that loss against Edwardsville, they tied Alton Marquette at Gordon Moore Park 2-2. Then they had the game here against CBC, which we brought you, and Collinsville lost that one by a score of 3-2. Off to St. Louis, they went at the Rockwood Summit Tournament, dropped the first game to St. Dominic 4-2, won the second game in overtime against Liberty out of Kansas City, 1-0, and then lost to Rockbridge in the final game of that weekend tournament by a score of 5-0. So since the big 6-0 win against Highland, Collinsville 1-4-1 in their last 6 games, and they have been outscored 17-8. I had a chance to broach those subjects with Collinsville head coach Rob Lugge, that and all kinds of other stuff we talked about, and we'll pass that conversation along to you next as the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show continues right here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
Welcome you back into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahoks Sports Network as we are back on the home field, and the boys soccer team has returned to the home field too after a little bit of a weekend tournament in St. Louis. And joining us now is Collinsville head coach Rob Lugge. Not a very good showing over there in St. Louis. Tell us a little bit, started with the St. Dominic game.
Yeah, we signed up for the tournament to play good teams. We played good teams, and we didn't have our best form. While at times we possessed the ball really well, we struggled to score goals, and then we definitely struggled to defend our net. We've watched film. The boys are actually watching film right now, so hopefully we can get it all worked out.
All right, so the St. Dominic game, you guys go down 4-2, but no big deal because you got a game the next day. But, man, 1-0, those are always dogfights.
Yeah, and, soccer's a funny game. It's one of those games where I think they maybe had a shot, and we're still 0-0 and have to go to overtime. We scored 30 seconds in, and just happy to get out with a win.
Well, and then you kind of hopefully take that momentum and carry it on into the next game, but the momentum from the 1-0 overtime win didn't translate to the next game, and really Rockbridge kind of took it to you. Yeah,
they did. They were a solid team. They were big, strong, fast. They moved really well off the ball, and it kind of looked, it's our boys, once they gave up a goal, you could see their faces kind of just change. The momentum almost, was drained from them. Third game, 3 days, give up an early goal, and it just they were just kind of fell flat on an early Saturday morning.
Well, you had that Edwardsville game back on 9/11, and you lost that one 3-1, and that kind of broke that string where you guys were 7-0-1 before that game. But since the Edwardsville game, you guys are 1-4-1. Are you a little worried here at all?
No, not really. The boys are good. We have a good team. We're just in a midseason funk, and we play good teams. You're going to lose games against good teams. That's why you schedule them so you can learn things about yourself. If you look at all the Catholic schools in St. Louis, they all pound each other all year. That's kind of where we're hoping for. Just play a really tough schedule, get some results that are positive for us, others that we just learn from, and take it into the playoffs.
Well, you mentioned you learned from them 2 times just in that conversation there. So what did you learn after the weekend in St. Louis?
Defending-wise, we need to be a little more sharp. While we possess the ball well, we struggle with finding marks at times, so we need to really, continue to work on making sure that everybody's marked up, everybody's communicating on the field.
All right, and with that in mind, you guys were probably outscoring like everybody, like on a pace that just was not going to be kept up throughout a whole year. And you guys have fallen back to earth, so to speak, and you've been outscored in the last 6 games, 17-8. So
A little bit of offense and defensive worries, or really just, as you said, growing pains through the mid part of the season?
Yeah, it's just growing pains. We were scoring goals at a pace that wasn't sustainable. While I had a bet with the boys that we could score a lot of goals, they think they could score a lot more than they probably could in a year. It just wasn't, sustainable throughout a year. And you're going to go through these, especially with this, again, with the schedule we have and teams that we play. You're going to have times where you just kind of, fall flat at times.
Well, and that's what happens sometimes when you face these St. Louis schools and these tournaments that you guys belong to. And you've mentioned it before. We schedule these because we want to make ourselves better. But going in and getting a 1-4-1 shot over the last 6, is it making you better?
Yeah, I think it is. I think the boys are learning from things. We're just kind of, playing it game by game.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the seedings come out Thursday and the bracket comes out Friday already. To me, it just seems like, wow, already?
I completely agree with you. We haven't even played all our conference games yet, and we won't until a week before we actually start regionals. So, seeding it's somewhat of a difficult task, especially when you don't see everybody. But yeah, we have to submit stuff tomorrow and seed on Thursday.
So does that put a little bit more emphasis on this game? Getting a win is more important for the seedings?
Getting a win is always nice, but, we're just going to kind of keep playing and, keep learning from games.
Well, the good news is you get to host this year.
And that's the thing. So with seedings, if you host, it really doesn't matter about your seedings. The only thing is about who's in your region. So, we'll be okay no matter what.
All right, you guys got Granite City tonight. Obviously, they left the Southwestern Conference at the end of last year, so not a conference game like that means anything really. But Granite City had a rough transition last year. Coach Ryan Reeves on his first year only won 2 games, but it looks to me they have a better record this year, and they're scoring more goals than they did last year, so they're better this year.
Oh, no, that's what I was telling the boys. It's not going to be the same game that we had last year. They have definitely gotten much better results. They have some dangerous players, so this is not a team to take lightly, especially when you're coming off a disappointing week.
All right, so disappointing weekend aside, what do you want to see from your team tonight after building off of that disappointing weekend?
For me, it's one, taking advantage of early opportunities. We struggle with that. In games, we play really well the first 5-10 minutes, but we struggle to score goals. At least that's what's been happening lately. And then just defending better, trying to get a shutout. Tate deserves a shutout. Our back line deserves a shutout. That's kind of where we're going.
All right, well, last question for you. This point in the season, there's only maybe a couple of weeks left before you got to start thinking about the playoffs. How's the health of your team at this point of the year?
Finally getting back to where it should be. Zane, while he has to wear a big giant brace, his hand is getting better. He's getting finally used to the little bit of extra weight on his right arm, and we'll be okay.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
As Collinsville head coach Rob Lugie. And we thank him for a visit with us here on the Cullip Jennings Flores pregame show. When we come back, we'll round out the starting rosters for you, plus more names, more numbers, all that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network as we get you set for some soccer action between Collinsville and Granite City. Let's begin with the starting rosters. For Granite City, they will have Yamari Escarne in goal, and in front of him you will find number 19, Jacob Cook. Joey Bueller is number 16. Noah Van Buskirk, a midfielder, wears number 14 on his back. Cade Bobbitt is a forward who wears number 12. Tyler McCauley, a midfielder. He wears number 10. 9 on the back of Chase Reeves. He is a forward. Ryan Martin's also a forward. He wears number 7. Chase Bouchard is a midfielder, number 5. Steve Vaughn, number 4, also a midfielder. And Braden Dickerson, number 2, and also a forward for this Granite City bunch. Tate Wyatt will be in goal, a senior-laden starting offense for Collinsville once again, except for a couple of wrinkles. Jarrett Allsworth, the junior defender, will be starting tonight. Zane Baker, a midfielder. Trey Shibish and Luke Liljegren, 5, 6, and 7, respectively, with the numbers on their backs, will be getting the nod tonight, as will senior Donovan Scott Gass, who had a goal and a couple of assists in last year's win over Granite City. Logan Whitehead had 2 goals in that game last year with that win at Granite City. He's a senior. He wears number 14. He plays forward. Ryan Knoll is a junior, gets the start tonight. He wears number 20. Number 21 is Zach Covey, a senior midfielder. Trey Simpson wears number 22, a senior defender. And Spencer Vlasic will round out the starters for Collinsville. He is a junior, wears number 23 on his back, and he plays defense. The history between these two clubs is rich. Over the last 19 years, Collinsville has sported 11 wins, 6 losses, and just 2 ties in that time. And the playoffs, these two teams have met 4 times in the playoffs. Collinsville is 3-1 and have outscored Granite City in the postseason 11-1. The last playoff was a 2015 game, a 4-0 win at home in the regional. Lost 1-0 to Quincy in the championship game a little bit later on. Last playoff loss, that one lone loss over the last 19 years to Granite City, happened back in 2002, 1-0 in the regional championship game that took place in Alton. During the regular season, the last time Collinsville lost to Granite City was in 2013. That was at Granite City, a 2-0 loss. A couple of 0-0 ties account for the 2 ties between these two teams over the last 19 years. The last one was in 2008, and that was preceded by 6 years in the 2002 squad. Last year, Collinsville won 4-0, 2 goals in each half. Logan Whitehead, as I mentioned, had 2. Donovan Scott Gass had a goal and 2 assists. Trey Shibish also had the other goal for Collinsville. Granite City only 2 shots on goal in that game, as at that point last year, after that loss to Collinsville, they were 1-11-1 and only won 2 games that year. The first game was at Sacred Heart Griffin. That was on the 9th of September. The next win for Granite City that season actually came in the playoffs. A first-round opening game win against Alton, 2-1. Of course, Granite City had to face Edwardsville the next day, or the next game after winning that contest against Alton. And, of course, they ended up losing to the Tigers. So you're caught up with some of the names and some of the numbers, and we'll continue here as both these teams are being introduced to this crowd. Tate Wyatt, we mentioned, he is in goal tonight for Collinsville, coming in having played 1,001 minutes. He is 7-4-2. He has 5 shutouts. 4 of those are soloed. One of those he shared with Logan Rader. And Tate Wyatt has given up 24 goals on the year. His goals against average is a 1.9. He has made 77 saves, which is good for 76% on the save percentage. Yamari Escarne, 545 minutes. He has the most. They have 3 goalies they've used this year. Escarne, Braden Dickerson, and Tyler Thies, but Thies has only seen 20 minutes. Dickerson has seen 235, so Escarne gets the start in goal tonight. 545 minutes. He is 3-5-1. He has 2 shutouts. One of those is a shared shutout he had with Tyler Thies. And Escarne's goals, he has allowed 15, which gives him a goals against average of 2.2. And he has made just a couple of saves, so his save percentage is 0.1 if those numbers are indeed correct. Luke Liljegren leads Collinsville in the goal scoring department. He has 11 goals on the year. That is 3 ahead of the next best guy on the team. Last year, the leader in goals was Logan Whitehead. So Luke Liljegren kind of taking over that category this year, thus far anyway. 4 assists for Liljegren, 3 for Logan Whitehead. So Luke Liljegren has 26 points on the year, while Logan Whitehead has 19. Leading scorer for the Granite City Warriors. That's a shared responsibility between Braden Dickerson and Noah Van Buskirk. Both of them have 6 points. Dickerson has 2 assists, while Van Buskirk has 3. So Van Buskirk leads the team in points with 15. Here's the way that Granite City's schedule has gone. They lost their first 2 to Freeburg and Marion before they picked up a win against Highland. That game was at Altoff. Then they tied Altoff that same weekend before losing 2 in a row against Alton and Triad. Their other win came against Belleville West. That was on the 4th of this month. They then lost 3 in a row against Columbia, Alton Marquette, and O'Fallon before winning 2 in a row against Mater Dei. And again, they played Highland. So twice now they have beaten Highland this year. Since then, they have lost twice. Once at Altoff and then once at Jabot. 2-0 at Altoff and 3-2 at Jabot. We'll take our final break here on the Culp Jennings Florist pregame show. Game time comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Culp Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Culp Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Culp Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Culp Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Culp Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, culpjennings.com.
Hi, I'm Colton Pareko. I want to thank the team at RE/MAX Alliance for helping me find my first home. It couldn't have been any easier. If you're in the game for a new home, contact my friends at RE/MAX Alliance.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Culp Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Culp Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Culp Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Culp Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Culp Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, culpjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at Kahok Stadium. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're just about set for this varsity boys contest between Collinsville and Granite City. I am by myself tonight, folks, so you have to bear with me on the camera here as I get you all set up, and we should be ready to rock and or roll. Making sure my angles are good to go, and they are, so we, as I mentioned, are just about ready. Can tell you that before this game, we did play a junior varsity game, and the junior varsity Kahoks came out on top 3-2 over Granite City, but it wasn't until late in the game we were tied 2-2, and with about 2 minutes left to go in the game, Collinsville scores, and they hold on for the final 2 minutes and secure that 3-2 win. We can tell you also that the Southwestern Conference Girls Golf Tournament took place today at Far Oaks in Caseyville, and the girls finished in 6th place. A couple of good performances by some of the girls and some of the names that we know, and love, especially if you're a softball fan too, because some of them are on the softball team. Claire Rindelman, Destiny Johnson, Hope Ortiz, and Ricky Merlak all had top 4 scores as far as the Collinsville girls are concerned. The overall winner was O'Fallon. That was their 3rd straight Southwestern Conference championship, so congratulations to the O'Fallon Lady Panthers and their golf team. Collinsville, of course, the home team here. They are dressed in purple. They have white numbers on their fronts and their backs. Granite City, traditionally a red colored school. Well, they're not wearing any red today. Black shorts and white jerseys with black numbers on the fronts and the backs. The goalkeeper, Escarne, is down here to our right, and he is dressed in all black, got a little red on the jersey and some red gloves as well. Collinsville trying to break it in early, but that one was called offsides just as Trey Shibish was making a run to see if he can score a goal. Tate Wyatt down here at the other end, he's dressed in all black. Now on the black shoes, the black socks, the black shorts, the black jersey, and the black gloves, and the big white 0 on the front and the back of his jerseys. Here's number 27, Yasmari Escarne, and he boots it. I think he's wearing a different number now. That's his usual number when he's a forward. And he's in goal. He is wearing the number 1. Ooh, man. Donovan Scott Cash just took a rocket shot right off of his head. He was only about 2 feet away from the player for Granite City when he got that one off of the noggin. Now, here comes Collinsville with an opportunity to put some pressure on Escarne down there in goal right off the bat. But a nice job by the Granite City defense has thwarted that effort. And Collinsville will have to regroup. First, they have to get the ball back. Here is Noah Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk sends it over all the way over to the far side, and that is sent deep into the offensive zone for the Warriors. But Collinsville's good defense gets it back out, and a whistle will stop the action right there, right after that. Very comfortable evening. Clouds have moved away. It was cloudy and gloomy pretty much all morning long, as we do have some rain on the way. Temperatures right now in the upper 70s. Got a cold front moving through tonight, and we're only supposed to see a high of 70 tomorrow. So a little bit of fall weather is on the way here at the end of September. Escarne boots it downfield off of the head of Spencer Vlasic and all the way back out to midfield. Now slowing it down a bit is Zane Baker. Baker wearing that apparatus on his right arm, sends the ball up, and then Trey Shibish kind of loses control of it. Trey Simpson kicks it right off of one of the Granite City players and right into the Warriors bench. And now Donovan Scott Gass moves it up for Logan Whitehead. Whitehead puts a shot toward the goal, but that's blocked out by the defense. Ball comes back out front, and a nice job there by Ryan Null to keep that ball into Collinsville's offensive zone. Here is Zane Baker doing a little dribbling action out there and looks around, tries to find someone to pass it to, so he does over on the far side for Jarrett Allsworth. Now Collinsville sends it back out, and Trey Shibish couldn't quite get there, and Granite City will take over. Here is Chase Bouchard, who sends the ball up the near side sideline, finding Braden Dickerson, one of the leaders in goal scoring for this Granite City Warrior soccer team. Puts it right up in the middle for Bobbitt. Bobbitt has the ball blocked out, but it's over on the other side now for Ryan Martins. Martins over there trying to get around Trey Simpson. Can't do it. Simpson sends it up. And now Logan Whitehead trying to race to the ball and try to get there before Joey Bueller does, but he does eventually get there and sends it back into the defense. And Trey Shibish will send it up. Luke Liljegren trying to chase it down, but Steve Vaughn got there first, and that ball ends up going out of bounds, and Collinsville will retain possession, and they'll have a throw-in over on the far side. We're just underway, 36-20, and yes, I did forget to start my game clock. Thanks for reminding me. That's what happens when I'm up here by myself. Throw-in comes right down to the feet of Donovan Scott Gass, and then immediately kicked back out of bounds by Van Buskirk over there for Granite City. So Collinsville will have the ball, Granite City will have the ball at midfield. And that was a nice job there. Spencer Vlasic noticed that ball was going to be coming to a particular person and stepped right in front of it. And now Collinsville is on the move offensively, but there is Escarne coming out to handle an easy bouncing ball. as play takes place at midfield. Going to chase it down is Allsworth. The ball almost goes out of bounds. As Collinsville brings the ball up for a scoring opportunity, there's a shot on goal, and that one is going to go wide for Trey Shibish. Ball comes back in. Collinsville, and once again, a shot taken from far away by Shibish, and again, Scarney will have to send us to a restart here. He does so out to midfield. Collinsville trying to track it back down and get some forward progress going here in the offensive zone. So far, a couple of shots that have taken place a little farther out than what they would probably like, but always room for improvement. Here is Logan Whitehead. Whitehead moves it up into the box, and trying to pick the ball up was Shibish, but it's knocked off of his foot and out of bounds, so a throw-in coming all the way over on the far side of the field. Shibish will handle that. Throws it in, and the defense for Granite City gets there first, but trying to fight for it is Zane Baker. And back up to Shibish it goes, and now a cross into the center, and Collinsville trying to set it up, but a little bit of a miss hit there by Zane Baker, and the ball comes back out to midfield. Now Granite City will send it back up. Far side, Allsworth. Sends it up and out of bounds. 33-20 left to play here in this first half. No score as of yet between these two teams. And now a whistle, and Collinsville will get the ball back. Kahawks looking to pick it up here as we are hitting the final last couple of weeks of the regular season before playoff action gets underway. The seedings come out Thursday. Here's a ball off ahead, and Liljegren comes out, and I believe that he and Scarney ran into each other. Both are okay as the ball ends up going across the inline, but last touch there by Collinsville. Seedings come out on Thursday. The bracket and the schedule of who will play who, when, where, and what time will come out the following day. All those take place right around 4 o'clock Thursday and Friday. Scarney sends it back out all the way down to midfield. And then two players go up to try to get their head on the ball, but I think the heads hit more of each other than they did the actual soccer ball, as Tate White ends up kicking this one right into his bench. So Granite City will have a throw-in from there. They do, and here is Chase Reeves with the ball. Reeves on the far side sideline, kind of sending it backwards here, as Granite City will just take the easy road and send it all the way back to Scarney. Scarney will just push it on up and right to one of the Collinsville players. That's Trey Simpson. Simpson coming in on the left wing in the box and couldn't quite get there. Now a ball off of one of the Granite City players and across the inline. So Collinsville will have a corner kick coming up. And that corner kick will be taken by Trey Shibish. Before they take this corner kick, let's go ahead and thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the area an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go help the needy in Collinsville. Here's a shot, and that one's going way high. Next thing coming up for the Junior Service Club, well, they just wrapped up this past weekend selling you all some toasted ravioli at the Italian Fest. They have a Cozy Cafe baking contest coming up on Saturday, October the 6th. That is from 6 to 8:30. 307 West Clay Street is where that will take place. And tickets are $6. They'll have basket raffles, and, of course, you can taste all kinds of good baked products. For more information on that event, 618-910-1646. And for more information on that event and more, you can visit the Collinsville Junior Service Club's Facebook page. Kahawks down in the offensive zone once again. They have spent some time down there, but not any real quality shots on goal thus far as play takes place at midfield now. Spencer Vlasic off of his head, and now Granite City will get it back, but only momentarily because Shibish was standing in the right spot at the right time, stuck his foot out, and found the ball. But the Warriors get it back anyway. They send it on up, and that's going to be off of the chest of Chase Bouchard, but it was already whistled offside before any further movement deep in the offensive zone could be made. So Collinsville will get a free kick restart going on here, albeit about 85 yards away from the goal, occupied by Yamari Ascarni. Zach Covey sends the ball downfield for Collinsville. Far side, Ryan Martins sends it up for Granite City's defense, and there is Allsworth trying to prevent any further movement into the offensive zone, but that didn't work. Granite City trying to set it up here in the middle. Van Buskirk, but what a nice defensive play there by Spencer Vlasic, and that ball goes all the way out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in from the far side of the field, taken by Granite City. 29 minutes left to play here in this first half. Scoreless thus far. Throw-in from the far corner. And blocked out front. Nice job by Zane Baker. Collinsville gets the ball away from any pressure as they try to send the ball up for a little bit of an offensive push. Logan Whitehead is the only forward that remains back at midfield. And Tate Wyatt will put the ball down and send it back out into Collinsville's offensive zone. And there is Logan Whitehead at the midfield circle. Gets away from one player. Has a couple more to get around. He splits one. Gets around the right side of the other one in a dogfight over there with Bueller. And a shot is going to go wide. So far, everything Collinsville has shot at the goal has gone wide, except for the one that went sky high. So Ascarne will put the ball down on the ground once again and send it back out toward midfield. He does. And the Kahawks defense is there to take care of it. Sending it back up to midfield is Zach Covey, but that's blocked out by Granite City. Here's Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk turns around. He had to split the defense, and one of the defenders was almost thinking about grabbing that jersey, but stopped at the last minute. And then a headshot by Braden Dickerson bounces right to Tate Wyatt. Easy save for Mr. Wyatt. He sends the ball back out to midfield as we approach 27 minutes left to play here in this first half. Now a bouncing ball that is going to have to be handled by Ascarde. He comes out and kicks it right before one of his players was standing right in front of him when he did. And now Collinsville will send it back out to Tate Wyatt over on the far side. And now Wyatt will send it back out once again. He does so off of a player and then into the Collinsville offensive zone, but that didn't last long as Granite City shoves it back into their offensive zone. Collinsville trying to take over on defense and get a little something going here over on the far side. Nice chip shot on the pass there to Zach Covey. But there's Granite City's defense once again. Here is Donovan Scott Gass. Scott Gass had a goal and 2 assists last year when these two teams met. Logan Whitehead had 2 goals. As Ascarne comes out and picks up another bouncing soccer ball. And then sends it sky high toward the near side. Haven't had a lot of play over here on the near side yet. That ball ends up going out of bounds, so Kahawks will take over. It'll be Ryan Null who will throw the ball in on the restart. All the way over to the far side. There is Allsworth, and Allsworth got a little competition there from the Warriors and loses control of the ball. Warriors have it back, but then Allsworth atones for it, sends it back up, but sends it right to one of the defenders with Logan Whitehead on the right wing and Luke Liljegren on the other. That ball went right in between both of them. Here is Van Buskirk. Sends it back out toward midfield where he finds Bobbitt. Now over onto the far side. Defense takes over. Sends it up to the offense. Bounced out of there off of a head by Collinsville. Lands onto the feet of Zane Baker. Baker over on the far side gives it up so Allsworth can get it upfield. He finds Logan Whitehead, and Logan Whitehead has got a race, but instead Scarney gets there first and sends it back out, but Collinsville's defense sends it right back into the zone. Here is Luke Liljegren. Nice spin move. Sends it back into the circle for Zane Baker. Baker was trying to lead Ryan Knoll over here on the near side sideline with a pass and just didn't get enough on it and send it in the right direction. And Buskirk with a nice chip shot there, but it goes right onto the foot of Zach Covey. And now Collinsville once again trying to bring the ball up for some offense. Here is Shibish over on the far side, a little bit too far for its intended target. Granite City will just turn around and send the ball right back to their goalkeeper, Yamare Scarne. .24 minutes to play here in this first half. Play back out at midfield, and Buskirk sends it up. A race for the ball. Tate Wyatt gets there first before the very fast Chase Bouchard can get there. And Wyatt sends it up into the offensive zone. Luke Liljegren there trying to chase it down and see if he can wrestle it away from Jacob Cook. And he could not accomplish that feat as that ball ends up going out of bounds off of Luke Liljegren. So Steve Vaughn will throw it in here for the Warriors. Eventually he'll throw it in. He does so, bounces pretty much past everyone, and here's Braden Dickerson. And Collinsville steals the ball and sends it back into the defense. Zach Covey gets it on his feet, directs traffic, gives it to Donovan Scott Gass. Now over on the far side for Zane Baker. Up to Trey Shibish. I think that was Spencer Pies over there, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Spencer Pies just came into the game, so that was not Zane Baker over there. Zane Baker ends up in the middle of the field. And the Warriors will have a free kick from midfield right underneath our location. And here is Jacob Cook getting ready to take this free shot. Off of a head, and that was going to go wide, but Wyatt comes out and takes care of it anyway. Got a couple of things to tell you about for boys soccer and their booster club as they try to raise money for their program. They have their golf outing coming up. That'll take place on Friday, October the 5th. That'll be at the Oak Brook Golf Course in Edwardsville, and they are accepting applications for teams as well as hole sponsorships. Right before that, though, 2 days before that, October the 3rd, the boys will be working at Culver's in Collinsville in a Dine to Donate deal. And Culver's will donate up to 15% of the proceeds that night to the Kahok soccer booster programs, both the boys and the girls. I think actually that's a boys event, but the golf outing is a boys and girls fundraiser. So you can get a hold of Monette Lawrence. I had a chance to meet her a little bit before the game started. Came up and talked to me about a few things. Nice lady. If you would like to get a hold of her and take part in the golf scramble in Edwardsville on Friday, October the 5th, you can do that by getting a hold of Miss Monette Lawrence. Her email address is dmlawrence2@att.net. And there's a first real save by anyone here tonight. A rocket shot over on the far side post That was handled there by Escarne. Again, D.M. Lawrence and the number 2 at att.net if you want to help out the boys and the girls soccer booster teams. Collinsville trying to bring it up for a little offense. Here is Luke Liljegren. Liljegren, about 40 yards away, will pop one into the box offside. Player can't be standing in the box before the ball gets there. Halfway through this first half, no score. Escarne puts the ball down and will send it back out. Of course, we already know the JV score. Collinsville won that one 3-2. Told you about girls golf a little bit earlier. The girls volleyball team is in action today as well. Should be getting a result coming in from their battle with O'Fallon, and that'll be our next broadcast. Will be girls volleyball Thursday right here from Collinsville High School against the vaunted Edwardsville Lady Tigers. Here's Zane Baker. Baker sends it up to Liljegren here on the near side sideline. Liljegren pops it in the middle, and oh, what a nice header there that was from Logan Whitehead. The only thing it didn't do was go straight. Just a little bit wide to the right, and that's where most of these Collinsville shots have been, is wide right. Of course, the Cardinals fighting for their playoff lives tonight after dropping that ugly game last night against Milwaukee. Same two teams getting ready to get underway here in about 5 minutes. Blues have a preseason game tonight. Jake Allen's going to get a start in goal. Nice to see, as after tonight, the Blues only have 2 more preseason games left before their season gets underway Thursday, October 4th. All kinds of sports stuff going on. Of course, the NFL season getting ready to head into week 4. Here we are, about 3/4 of the way in on the fall sports schedules. I didn't even realize that the playoff seedings and the brackets were coming up this week. I'm like, man, that's not until like a couple of weeks now, right? Nope. 18-15 left to play here in this first half. We are scoreless thus far as Escarne sends the ball down at midfield off of the head of Zane Baker. And now Donovan Scott Gass continues to keep the ball moving in the right direction for Collinsville. And now Luke Liljegren sends it to Logan Whitehead. But, oh, man, Logan Whitehead just had that ball taken off his foot by Joey Bueller at the last second. So Escarne, he's doing a lot of work back there, Escarne is. Nothing too tough, but he is staying active. Here is Zane Baker. Gets it up to Liljegren. Liljegren will send the ball right back here to Zach Covey. Covey back up to Liljegren on the near sideline. Puts one up in the box, but no one wearing purple could get there fast enough. And Escarne will have yet another kick coming up. Ball all the way back down into the Collinsville's defensive zone. Now at midfield, Brian Velasquez sends it up over onto the far side. Logan Whitehead almost got that ball off a defender's foot. And here comes Collinsville once again. Ryan Knoll. Collinsville just missing on these passes. Jacob Cook sends it up and gets it right back, right at midfield. He'll just send the ball down, and it ends up behind Braden Dickerson, who turns around and gives the ball up to Velasquez. He'll send it all the way back to midfield. Hunter Hardenow ends up with the ball. Now up to Van Buskirk, but that was a nice play there by Collinsville's Zach Covey to wrestle that away from Van Buskirk, who, along with Dickerson, leads the team in goals with 6 each. Another bouncing ball comes right into Escarne. And again, he'll send it back out. Pop fly, high, not too deep. Takes a bounce at midfield, and there is Van Buskirk jumping up and using his head. He's a tall, skinny kid, that Van Buskirk is. And now a offside call. And Logan Whitehead doesn't agree. Most of the Kahok fans in the stands do not agree. Coaching staff on the far side stands up off the bench. They didn't agree with it either. And Collinsville will have a restart here from about 45 yards out. Trey Shibish ready to line it up. He does so. Gives a little bit of a pop fly off of a head, and Donovan Scott Gass had that ball go too high. So we've had two go high, and we've had a bunch go wide. The only one that we've had right on, was the one that Escarne sucked up over there on that far post. So Escarne giving that leg a workout, that's for sure. Sends it out to midfield. And off of the head of Donovan Scott Gass. And sent up by Spencer Pies. Dalen Frecker comes into the game. Tyler McCauley steps back into the game, as does Ryan Martins for Granite City. And now we have a injured player. At midfield, Ryan Martins is injured for Granite City. We'll step aside for just a minute here on the Kahok Sports Network. Ryan Martins walked off the field under his own power, so he appears to be okay for now. Still getting looked at over there by Amanda Bauer. She's satisfied that he's okay, so she walks away. She's also a member of the Junior Service Club. And while we have a moment, let's thank Chapman Trucking. Chapman Trucking LLC, as a matter of fact. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 graduate Christy Chapman. With over 9 years of experience, Chapman Trucking can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more, including getting your heavy equipment to your work site on time. Give Christy a call for a free estimate. Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346. Online, ChapmanTruckingLLC.net. Collinsville did a good job moving the ball down into the offensive zone, but could not get the finish. Now, Escarne will handle another easy bouncing ball toward him. 13 and a half minutes to go here in this opening half, and no score thus far between Collinsville and Granite City. Kahawks trying to take control and get a little bit of offense going on here. Here is Trey Shibish, who sends the ball up, but it's rejected and sent right back. And Donovan Scott Gass steps into the middle and was going for the ball, accidentally put his leg out and tricked up Van Buskirk. That draws a whistle, so it'll be a foul against Collinsville, but Donovan Scott Gass sticks out his hand and helps Van Buskirk back up. And now the Granite City Warriors will get a free kick from midfield. Ball on the way, stays low. Couple of bounces and sent back out to midfield by the Collinsville defense. Back. Steve Vaughn. He sends the ball back up over the Collinsville midfielders, and now the defense will take charge. Here is Spencer Vlasic. Vlasic trying to send the ball up to Frecker, couldn't quite find him. And now at midfield, the ball does find Brian Velasquez. Velasquez there for Granite City. Sends it back to his defense and Jacob Cook. Cook sends the ball up the near side sideline here where Van Buskirk takes over, but Collinsville thwarts that opportunity real quick, and then Kansas City accidentally kicks the ball out of bounds, does Chase Reeves. And now the throw-in coming from right underneath our location here for Collinsville. Right up this near side sideline and past a couple of players, and it lands right back on the feet of Steve Vaughn. Over everyone, Tate Wyatt will come out, give himself a little bit of work. Wyatt sends the ball all the way down into the Collinsville offensive zone. Logan Whitehead trying to chase it down over there on that far side sideline, but the ball ends up going off of him. And that means Tyler McClawley will throw it back in here for Granite City. 11 minutes to play. First half action, no score. Donovan Scott Gass uses his head and gets that ball right back out to midfield. Here is Zane Baker. He sends it over here to this side for Ryan Null. Null racing up the sideline. Has a couple of defenders to worry about. He gets around them, tries to put one toward the middle, but he banks it off of the legs of Brian Velasquez, and Collinsville will get a corner kick here, and let's hope this time they opt to actually kick the ball from the corner to the front of the goal. Zach Covey makes his way over to the corner. And there's a ball right out front. It was low, but it comes right onto the foot of Shibish. He puts a bender on. Oh! Just off of the top corner on the far side. That ball had some movement to it, had a little bend to it. And Escarne jumps up, but couldn't quite get it. It hit right where the crossbar meets the far post. And Collinsville will get another corner kick out of this deal. It'll be Trey Shibish over on the far side corner this time. And he sends a very low ball out front, and a try there by Donovan Scott Gass. That's the second time that Scott Gass has sent the ball over the net from up close. 9:20 left to play here in this first half, and once again, Escarne will send the ball out to midfield. He does so. Collinsville gets it back and pushes it back up into the offensive zone. Spencer Pies sends it up, but Granite City will intercept. Velasquez sends it up, and then the defense will send it right back. Escarne will send it out to midfield right off the bat. Comes down without hitting a soul. Then off of the head of Donovan Scott Gass, they move the ball up. Frecker trying to get there first, couldn't quite do it. And now Collinsville pinching in a little bit on their defense. Now the defense is going to have to get back because here's an opportunity for Van Buskirk, but it goes off the back of his heel on the pass, and Collinsville comes up with it. To midfield, Zane Baker with it. To Logan Whitehead. Whitehead off of a body and then off of the referee. Whitehead gets the ball right back, sends it over to the far side sideline. Trying to bring it up is Trey Simpson. Simpson had that ball knocked off his foot for a second. Luke Liljegren picks it up. Simpson gets it back, tries in from the right wing, passes it in the middle, and not enough action there for Frecker to get a foot on it and get an actual shot on goal. Whistle on the play right afterwards. It'll be a throw-in over on the far side by Spencer Pies. And he has racked up a number of assists this year just from throw-ins. He has 9 points on 3 goals and 3 assists with 3 shots on goal. But his specialty right now is throwing that ball in. That's almost better than a corner kick. Oh, speaking of corner, it landed right there at the far post. And Escarne had to go down to his knees to get that one. He did. And then he survived the onslaught afterwards. So Collinsville putting some shots on goal here, and so far nothing to show for it. There's Escarne. Sends the ball back out as we approach 7 minutes to play. Ryan Martins comes back into the game. And here is Steve Vaughn. Vaughn loses control of the ball, gets it over. Luke Liljegren, nice pass, takes a shot. No, he gets pushed from behind, no whistle. Shot out front. That was a crossing because I tell you what, Logan Whitehead was all alone up in front. Here is another shot. This one by Luke Liljegren and swallowed up on the ground by Escarne. So Escarne will send the ball back out again to midfield. And here is Chase Bouchard with it. To Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk sends it back, then gets it right back, but can't control it. Nice job by Frecker to get that ball from him. Here comes Luke Liljegren, and Liljegren got that ball poked from behind by Van Buskirk. And now Liljegren will get the ball right back. He'll pop it up to Logan Whitehead. Whitehead circles, sends the ball, and that one is going to be a bouncer that Escarne is going to pick up. Boy, if it just would have nicked off of the right person the right way, I think Zane Baker would have had a golden opportunity on a little bit of a breakaway, but that was not the case. 5:40 left to play here. In this first half, scoreless first half, Pies sends the ball up off of his head, but out of bounds. And a throw-in coming from Steve Vaughn here for Granite City. Ricochets off a couple of bodies. Ball will remain with Granite City. This time it will be Jacob Cook who will take the free kick from right underneath our location. Sends the ball down, but Collinsville sends it back out on the far side. Luke Liljegren chasing it down and trying to move his way up. He gets past one, nice pass, and tries to get the ball back, but the pass a little too far on the return. And Granite City sends it out of there before Collinsville could put on any kind of an offensive push, and then Collinsville gets whistled for another infraction, and Granite City will have another free kick coming from midfield. And again, it'll be Jacob Cook. 4:20 left to play here in this first half. Actually, Escarne is going to come out and take this kick from midfield. He sends it up. Couple of bounces, and oh, man. That ball didn't touch a soul, and Escarne is going to get a goal. Wow. Didn't see that coming by a long shot. So now Collinsville will have some work to do here. That was 60 yards away from the goalkeeper, Yamari Escarne. That ball bounced out in front and then didn't touch a soul until it was in the net. So Collinsville trying with 3:45 left to play. So Collinsville will have to work real hard to get that ball, get that goal back. Here is Van Buskirk. Sends it up to midfield. And another opportunity here for Granite City. Oh, what a nice play there by Zach Covey. Came sliding in, got all ball on that one. Covey picks himself up, brings the ball back upfield. Over on the far side, a pass to Frecker. Now right back into the center for Trey Shibish. And that ball goes to Liljegren. Can he get there before it goes out of bounds? No, he cannot. So all the way over there on the far side. Throw in coming. Granite City handles it. Sends the ball all the way back, and Tate Wyatt will wait for it to get to him. He'll scoop it up in the box and send it back out with about 2.5 minutes to go. That ball did not have very much elevation on it. Stayed low. Collinsville picks it up. Trey Simpson circles around, tries to get it upfield. It's kicked out of bounds by Van Buskirk, so Collinsville will have a throw-in right at the end of the Granite City bench. Spencer Pies will take care of that. Bouncing ball goes high, and Escarde jumps up and takes care of that one as well. 1:40 to play here in this first half. Got to be careful on those long kicks from midfield, man. Collinsville and their defense will take over for a moment, trying to send it through the middle. And the midfielders up to the forwards, but Collinsville is running into a little stiff defense here by Granite City. Whistle on the play will give the ball back to the Warriors, and it looks as if Scarney is going to take another kick here for Granite City. Almost the same spot, except for this time, instead of the middle, he's on the far side of the field. Under a minute to go. Ball on the way. That one doesn't hit anyone either until just now, when Chase Bouchard put a boot on the ball, but he sends it out of bounds. Wyatt will chase it down over in the far corner, and then he'll get us restarted with a free kick here. Not a lot of time here for Collinsville to make any kind of an offensive push, but Tate Wyatt will send the ball down, and we'll take our chances. Van Buskirk. Whistle. Now Collinsville will get a chance on a free kick from midfield. They can get it set down fast enough. They do. Here is that kick, and it is going to be the Granite City goalkeeper who will come out and make the save just as the half comes to a close. So after 1/2 of play, Granite City Warriors have a 1-0 lead, and it's time for us to thank Cafe Agape. Cafe Agape sponsoring our halftime show these years, or these days, and they also had a successful day up at the Italian Fest. They were closed actually yesterday so they could recover. They are open back up today, but they are closed. Burgernator Day tomorrow is Wednesday. I believe that's Meatloaf Day. No, Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesdays is Meatloaf Day. No, Pork Steak Day. I'm sorry. Tomorrow's pork steaks. Thursday's meatloaf. Fish on Friday. How about that? Plus, they have much, much more. So many things to offer. The biggest pile of nachos you'd ever want to see. They have those as well. If you would like more information, you can give Cafe Agape a call at 345-2233. They're open 11 to 7 Monday through Friday, and, of course, they're located at 703 St. Louis Road. We'll scour the internet. Told you about the JV game. Told you about the girls' golf. Still waiting to hear from the girls' volleyball team. And we'll scour the internet, see if we can find out some more stuff and pass those scores along to you next as the Cafe Agape halftime show is upon us. And we'll do all that and take a break here on the Kahok Sports Network with Collinsville trailing Granite City at the half, 1-0.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
I'm my team's #1 fan. I've never been #1 in anything until I put these babies on. Do I know where I'm going? Absolutely. We're going to the playoffs.
Allstate guarantees your rates won't go up just because of an accident, starting the day you sign up.
So get accident forgiveness from Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
It's good to be in good hands.
Get protection plus unique extras. Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville, online, weshipstlouis.com, or call 346-4884. First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here at Collinsville High School, where your Kahawks are down 1-0 to the Granite City Warriors off of a goal scored by the Warriors goalkeeper, Yamare Escarine. I guess I was pronouncing his name wrong. So Escarine got a free kick from midfield that he took for his team, and it took one big bounce right outside of the Kahok football end zone, and then it bounced behind Tate Wyatt and went into the goal after that. So at the 36:03 mark, Escarini gets the only goal of the game so far, and Granite City has a 1-0 lead. The JV Collinsville JV team won 3-2. They scored a goal with about 2 minutes left to go in the game to take away that victory. Kahok Lady Golf Team, they finished in 6th place in the Southwestern Conference Girls Golf Championship today at Far Oaks Golf Course. And the only other scores we have for you right now, first half scoreless in soccer action between Belleville East and Jabot. Highland Bulldogs are defeating Muscuda 25-18 in the second set of the volleyball game taking place at Highland. I have no idea who won the first set because it does not give me that information. At least I don't think it does. Nope, it doesn't. So, and I have not heard anything from the girls as far as our volleyball team is concerned, as they are taking on the O'Fallon Panthers tonight. Probably already over, just waiting to get that text message. So that is all I have for you on the halftime show, sponsored by Cafe Agape. If you'd like some more information on Cafe Agape, here you go.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Back here at Collinsville High School, Todd Duke back with you. Glad you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. Second half play, just about ready to get underway between Collinsville and Granite City. Granite City scoring a goal by the goalkeeper in the first half, the only score that we've had. And right now, that's where we stand, 1-0 in favor of Granite City. We are underway. Collinsville needs a goal to tie. That's what they have to worry about first. As now Tate Wyatt will play in the goal to our right, and right now the play happening to our left. But that doesn't last very long, as a whistle will stop the action, and Escarine will get us going once again. Collinsville shoots it right back up into the offensive zone. That was a nice pass to himself there by Luke Logegren. Kicked that ball over his head and then went and chased it down, but he cannot get there fast enough before that ball ends up going out of bounds across the end line. So Escarine will get us started with a goal kick restart again. Ball up to midfield. Donovan Scott Gass got a foot on it first, tried to keep it going back forward. Now Collinsville does just that. Here is Zane Baker, almost got tugged down from behind, but wisely the Warriors player took his hand off of the shirt. Now over on the far side, play takes place, and that ball goes right over the Kahok bench. Put there by one of the Warriors, so Collinsville will have a throw in deep into their offensive zone. And into the box it goes. Down it comes. There's a shot that goes wide. It hits the side of the net on the far side. And that went off of a Granite City player. Collinsville will have a corner kick out of this, as I just learned that Collinsville lost both sets to Fallon in volleyball tonight, so the girls fall 2-0. Here is the corner kick that goes way out front and comes down and finds a Granite City Warriors foot and comes all the way back out toward midfield. Spencer Vlasic pushes the ball out of bounds, so the Warriors will have a restart throw in here from Tyler McClawley. McCauley throws it down. Collinsville kicks it right off of a head. And we're going to have a stoppage in action here, as one of the Warriors took that ball right off of the face, and that is Braden Dickerson. Dickerson gets up and slams his hands on the turf and then walks over to the far side where he's going to have to be replaced. Let's thank Metro East Roofing and Guttering while we have a moment. Locally owned and operated since 1987 by brothers and Kahok alums Tony and Corey Jones. Metro East Roofing and Guttering can help with your roofing, guttering, and siding needs. Located at 1231 Lebanon Road in Collinsville, Metro East Roofing and Guttering is the hometown company you know and trust. Give them a call at 618-345-5679 today for your free estimate, and you can visit their Facebook page at Metro East Roofing and Guttering. Ball goes into Tate Wyatt, and he'll put it on the ground and send it back out long ways into the Collinsville offensive zone. Off of a head, popped straight up, and Logan Whitehead trying to come away with the ball. He could not. It's pushed back out toward midfield by Granite City, and all the way over on the far side, Ryan Knoll is going to win that battle, and now it appears that Logan Rader is in the game for Collinsville. Both of the goalkeepers here for Collinsville wearing everything black. One has 0, the other has 00, so it wasn't until I finally saw Logan Rader turn around that I realized that was him in goal. And he picks up a loose ball. He'll set it down. And then Rader will send it back out. He does so. Off of the head of Logan Whitehead. He was kind of shoved down from behind, and then Luke Liljegren, trying to stop the ball from going out of bounds, ends up tripping over the ball. And well, that will belong to Granite City. Logan Rader on the year has only played 40 minutes in the varsity side of things. He has no record, and he has not allowed a goal. As Collinsville gets a free kick here. That one's on the way toward the goal and off of a few bodies out front. And then it comes out front and finds nothing but Granite City Warriors there. Now Collinsville and Justin Allsworth tries to send it back up to the offensive zone. It doesn't stay down there very long as Ryan Martins comes away with it. And then it's sent back out to midfield. Collinsville pushes the ball up. Granite City pushes it right back. Zane Baker chases it down on the far side. Gives the ball up for Ryan Knoll. Knoll racing up that far side. Gives it up to Liljegren. Liljegren puts a shot toward goal, but that one's going to go well wide. And we will have another goal kick restart here by Amari Escarine. Escarine has the only goal in this game. Yes, that's right. I said the goalkeeper has the only goal in this game. A free kick from midfield. Bounced over everyone's head, and it ended up in the back of the net. No one touched it on its way. Here is Liljegren. Has the ball taken away from him. Granite City brings the ball up, and now Liljegren's going to get called, or is he? Yes, he is. Free kick coming up here for Granite City. Jacob Cook ready to take it right at midfield. Cook sends it up. Couple of bounces, and that ball not touched by anyone wearing purple and white on the way down, and it's a good thing because it went over the end line. It's just going to be a free kick here for Logan Rader. Rader sends a low one out, and Granite City sends it right back to where it came from, and Logan Rader gets it right back and then sends it a little bit farther this go-around. But, again, right on the foot of one of the Granite City players. Nice move there by Donovan Scott Gass. Gets it up to Trey Simpson. Simpson moving it up to Logan Whitehead. Logan Whitehead pushed down from behind. That's a call that is going to go against Jacob Cook. And now Collinsville will get a free kick here. Let's thank the City of Collinsville. You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for upcoming events. The final Tunes at Bloom concert series taking place tomorrow. It's the Owls Band from 7 to 9 o'clock at the Bloom House there in Collinsville. Here's the kick by the Kahawks, and that one goes right out front, and it's heading toward the corner as the Kahawks let the ball go, and it was last off of a Kahawk. Boy, that ball came right out in front, and there all alone was Trey Simpson, but it just went right past him, and he couldn't catch up with it to put on a shot. So if you'd like more information on that, the Owls Band coming up tomorrow night, the Tunes at Bloom concert series, of course, you can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page. And as always, the City of Collinsville, proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and they wish all district athletes good luck during their sports endeavors this year. Kahawks trail by a goal, trying to put on some pressure here in the middle and getting pushed down. No call on that push, though, but it comes right back to the Kahawks, and here is Luke Liljegren, who then gets shoved off the ball. And Collinsville will get to keep it. Comes into Luke Liljegren, gets around one player, runs into another. And now we're going to have a foul called, and this one is going to be a yellow card, I believe, against Luke Liljegren. So Liljegren will have to come out. Dalen Frecker will come in for Luke Liljegren, who has just issued a yellow card on that play. And now Collinsville at midfield with some work to do. Here is Trey Simpson. Simpson brings the ball upfield, trying to find Logan Whitehead in the middle, but couldn't. That ball ends up going out of bounds. Here is Jarrett Ellsworth, who puts the ball on the ground right at the feet of Trey Shibish and then gets it right back. Sends it out toward the box. Oh, and that's a save by Escarine on a sliding try there by Logan Whitehead. Boy, that ball came right out in front of Whitehead, and he slid like he was going into second base and had the ball on his feet. And Escarine makes the save right before that ball can get in there. And yes, I forgot to start my clock up again after the injury. Play at midfield. And back into the defensive zone. Zach Covey chases it down, and he'll just send it back to Logan Rader, who sends it out immediately through midfield. And a battle there. Trey Shibish trying to track that ball down. It gets away from him. Frecker comes up with it. Almost got his feet ripped out from underneath him on a slide there, but Kahawks come away with it, but only for a moment, and the moment's gone as the Granite City Warriors look like they are more than just content to play defense. Far side of the field, overstepping the ball was Ryan Null as he had a head of steam working up that sideline. Here is a chance for Collinsville right in the middle, and a foul is going to be called. This one is going to go against Chase Reeves, and that means that Trey Shibish will have a chance at a free kick here from about 25 yards away. Full moon coming up over on the horizon. Huge play here for Collinsville. Shibish, he's ready to go. And too high. And bends a little bit over the far side corner. Escarine is ready to send it back out again. 28 minutes left to play. Here in this second half, Collinsville trailing 1-0 on a goal that was scored by the Granite City goalkeeper with about 4 minutes left to go in that first half. Logan Whitehead sends the ball back. Collinsville trying to work up some offense. Over on the far side, nice pass, settled down, trying to split the defense, couldn't. Granite City sends the ball back, and that goes off of Ryan Null over the Kahawks bench. So the Warriors will get to keep the ball. Well, let's thank the Collinsville Education Association. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page. The CEA also has a new website this year. You can find them at collinsvillecea.org. Here are the Kahawks trying to move it in, and Trey Simpson sends it from the back line, and it's intercepted there by Granite City as the Warriors look to move the ball out of Collinsville's offensive zone. There's a little bit of a turnover, but Ellsworth could not get there in time before the ball ends up crossing the line out of bounds. So the Warriors will have the ball. They'll do a throw-in off of the head of Trey Simpson and out toward the goal occupied by the only person who has scored a goal here today. That's the goalkeeper, Yamari Escarine. Here come the Warriors trying to get a little offense going on their own, but that pass was picked off nicely by Spencer Vlasic. He shoots it up back through midfield, but the Warriors pick it up and they send it down, but it's going to be picked up first here by Collinsville. Spencer Vlasic giving it a chase. Ball comes out of bounds. Last touch by Granite City, so the Kahawks throw the ball back in off of the chest of Trey Simpson. Simpson sends it into midfield for Luke Liljegren. Liljegren puts on a couple of nice moves, gets around his defender, then finds Trey Simpson. Simpson pushes it up through the box, and it gets past the goalkeeper, but there isn't anyone there wearing purple that could keep that ball heading in the right direction, and a nice play over there by the Granite City Warriors as that ball was getting ready to go over the end line, and Granite City got there just before that to send it over the sideline, so no corner kick coming up here for Collinsville as that ball goes back out toward midfield and then kicked out to midfield by Van Buskirk. Collinsville comes away with it again, though. Here come the Kahawks up to Luke Liljegren. Liljegren at midfield trying to get around a couple of defenders. Does so, but then he runs into the leg of Ryan Martins, And a whistle ensues, and that is going to go against Collinsville with 25 minutes left to play here in this second half. Granite City up 1-0. Ball sent downfield. Nothing but Kahoks back there to take care of that one. And here is Ellsworth. Gets it up to Shibish. Shibish moves it over on the far side for Pies. Pies trying to get around that's Baker. Baker trying to get out of a couple of defenders over there. Matter of fact, there's 3 of them. He'll just send it back to the midfielders. Now up to Luke Liljegren. Liljegren tries to and finds Shibish. Shibish in the middle of the field, looking for a little help over in the corner. He finds Trey Simpson. Simpson sends it right in front, bounces off of a body, and back out right over to Granite City over here on this left wing. That ball comes out of bounds. Quick throw in by Collinsville, and they get the ball right back. Here is Shibish, who sends one over to the far side off of a head and right into the awaiting hands of Yamari Escarine. There's that full moon up there. Of course, it looks like a street light from this camera. I didn't even realize we were getting close to a full moon. Here come the Kahawks. They trail by a goal. Still lots of time left, 23.5 minutes, as that ball ends up going into the Kahawk bench. Now Collinsville trying to keep it in the offensive zone, but Granite City gets a foot on it and sends it out to midfield. One lone player wearing the white, that's Braden Dickerson, and 4 players wearing purple and white back there to take care of him in case he had some thoughts on scoring a goal here. Kahawks get the ball back. Bringing the ball upfield, Zach Covey. Covey gets the ball under the foot of Ellsworth, and now Granite City gets the ball back as they send it through midfield, but right at the midfield circle, Spencer Vlasic picks it off and sends the ball on up to Zane Baker. Baker sends it back to his defense. Defense trying to work it up, get the offense. A little bit of rhythm going on here. Here is Liljegren all the way back at midfield. Pushes the ball forward. Chasing it down is Trey Shibish. Shibish on the near side sideline to Trey Simpson. Simpson trying to work his way around a defender. That is Tyler McCauley, and he does so, puts it up front, and Logan Whitehead tried to get that right foot in there to send it toward the goal, but it ends up ricocheting off one of the Warriors, and Collinsville will get another corner kick here as we approach 22 minutes left to play here in this first half. So corner kick coming up for the Kahawks. Cardinals still losing, now bottom of the third, 2-0. Corner kick coming here from this near side corner. It's on the way, through the middle, out the other side, and it bounces off a body and comes right down in front. Collinsville keeps it, and they put another shot towards the goal, and that one is a save by Escarine. He dove out to his right, got his fingertips on it, as that one was heading close to that near side post. Collinsville gets the ball back, and they'll try it again. Off of a body out front, off of the leg of Trey Shibish. He'll have to come back out and get it. Shibish eyes things, pops one up, looking for some help. Off of the head of one of the Collinsville players and out of bounds. That one did not go straight. That one went straight up. So Yamari Escarine will put the ball back down and send us back out to midfield with a strong kick here on the way. And headed right back into the right direction off of the noggin there of Spencer Pies. Then Pies has to come all the way over here to chase this ball down. And he'll take care of the throw-in. Whitehead had to go off of his leg and right to one of the defenders. Here is Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk sends the ball up. Granite City hasn't spent a lot of time in their own offensive zone this second half, that's for sure. Collinsville is putting all the pressure on the Granite City Warriors here in this second half. But so far, they have nothing to show for it. Now we're going to have a free kick coming up here for Granite City. And it'll be Jacob Cook who will take care of this kick. Halfway through this second half. Kick is on the way. High and over on the far side. That one's going to bounce across the line. And the Kahawks and the Logan Raider will get us restarted here. He does. Out to midfield. Taken over there by the Kahawks. They pop it up into the offensive zone. Logan Whitehead chases it down all the way over in the far side corner. Trying to get around a couple of defenders. He does so with a pass. And that pass ends up toward goal and out the other side as Trey Simpson was there trying to use his head to get that one in, but he did not get a piece of that ball at all. Throw in coming from McCauley. Eventually he'll throw it in. And Buskirk goes to the bench, so a substitution for him. And the ball gets thrown in and then gets put right back out. Chase Reeves comes in for Van Buskirk. Collinsville throws the ball in. Back to the defense it goes. And Zach Covey. Covey works the ball over for Spencer Vlasic. Vlasic works the ball up to Luke Liljegren. Liljegren back over to the far sideline with a pass. And now Collinsville trying to bring the ball up that sideline, but Granite City's giving them fits over there. But Zane Baker comes away with the ball, then loses the ball. Luke Liljegren came in, stuck his leg out, and a whistle ensues. And back the other way we will go with 17:45 left to play here in this second half. Granite City clinging to a 1-0 lead. Goal scored by their goalkeeper with about 4 minutes, a little bit less than 4 minutes to go in that first half. Bouncing ball at midfield. Taken momentarily by Collinsville. Donovan Scott Gass will back it up to Pies. And will then back it up to Covey. Up the middle we go. Can't believe they didn't call that. That was like an arm lock there on Zane Baker, but Baker comes away with it, gets it to Luke Liljegren. Liljegren, far sideline, trying to find some room to move. He does so, sends it toward the goal. A one right leg kick there by Tyler McCauley. Sends that ball back out. Here's a shot. Oh, that just goes wide for the Kahawks. That was a nice try there by Spencer Pies, but that ball had a little bit of a left to right bend on it, and it just had enough of a bend to bend right around that far side post. So here is Escarini again for another goal kick restart. 6.5 minutes to go now. Time is becoming a factor. Collinsville has to tie it up first to have a chance at that winning goal. They have not lost to Granite City since 2013, so it's been 5 years. Nice little back kick there by Shibish. Now Liljegren trying to get to the ball and circles around, can't quite get there. Now he does. Turns around, sends it up in the middle. And a shot that's blocked off of the foot of Trey Simpson. And then it gets pushed out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw-in restart here. Spencer Pies once again will take it. Throw right toward the goal off of the head of one of the Collinsville players and straight up in the air before it comes down and finds the hands of Yamari Escarini. Escarini sends it back out. Pies pops it up at midfield. Granite City trying to bring it down. I don't even think they're really worried about putting on any offensive players. So right now they just want to play defense. Pies ready to throw the ball back in with 15 minutes left to play. Off of the back of one of the Granite City players. I might have said we were like at 6 minutes a little while ago. I have that one goalpost that just is right in that spot that covers up the number 1. And so I look over there and I'm like, really? We got like 6 minutes left? No, we don't. We're still at 14 and a half. I should just look down at my clock on my laptop. Well, you know how often I forget to put that on. Play at midfield. Collinsville needs it to be farther down to the left. And that's where the ball heads. Opportunity for the Kahawks across the front. And here is Shiba. Yeah! Trey Simpson with the tying goal. Well, that helped. So Collinsville gets the tying goal. Trey Simpson. So Collinsville got the goal they needed. Now they get the one, and they need the one to put the game away. Again, still some time left here. Coming up on 13 and a half minutes to play. There is Luke Liljegren. Liljegren at midfield. Gets past one defender. And puts a huge shot on goal, but that one's going to go way wide and way high anyway. He had a lot of players down in front of him, so he couldn't pass it really without being caught in an offside, so he just went ahead and shot it down there. That ball went off of somebody wearing white, so Collinsville's going to get a corner kick out of this. And they, instead of kicking it, they'll just send it up the line. And now Luke Liljegren gets the little behind the back kick, and it's right in front. No one can put it in. Scramble out front for the ball once again. And finally, Granite City is able to get it out, but Collinsville will have possession of it once again. As the throw is going to come in from Spencer Pies all the way to the goal. It bounces, and trying to track it down is Zach Covey as it comes all the way out to this side. Covey was able to get there, sends it back out to the defense, and Spencer Vlasic. Vlasic gives it up, and the ball sent back down into the box and headed right back out off of the skull of Tyler McClawley. Now we're going to have a whistle against Collinsville. That'll give Granite City back the ball as we have a little under 12 minutes to play. I'm sure those of you that have watched our broadcasts have seen the little commercials from Remax Alliance with Colton Pareko on the commercial, provided by Peyton Blaylock. So if you're looking to buy a new home or sell your current one, you can trust the Blaylock team of Remax Alliance with all of your real estate needs. If you buy or sell with the Blaylocks, they will donate $200 to your favorite Kahok Booster Club. That's right. You can call Peyton or his lovely wife, Emily Blaylock, today at 780-4622 or online, BlaylockTeam.com, www.BlaylockTeam.com. Free kick coming up here for Granite City. It ricochets off a few bodies out front. Collinsville gets one leg on it and sends it out, but not all the way. And now a nice defensive play there by Trey Shibish will give Collinsville an opportunity to get the ball back down on offense. Nice steal there by Trey Shibish, and then he's tripped up. And we're going to have a call going against Granite City, who will be called for a yellow card. Free kick coming up for Collinsville. As soon as they get all the bodies in place here. Ball blocked out early, and now a shot through the middle is blocked out again by Granite City, and this one's going to get sent wide of the goal, and Granite City will get the restart here. Here is the man who scored the goal for Collinsville, Trey Simpson, brings the ball up, tries to thread a pass here for Logan Whitehead, and Whitehead will run out of room. Granite City will send the ball over the end line, or excuse me, the sideline, just toward the end. So no corner kick. It's going to be a throw-in from Spencer Pies. And he will come into your screen here in just a moment. High toward the goal and off the top, actually. So, had a little bit too much of a right to left movement on it. And it appears that Escarini jumped up and touched the ball and sent it over the white crossbar even farther. So Collinsville gets another corner kick out of this. And this one's coming from the far side. Here's a nice move. Shot. Oh, man, that's a save there by Escarini. But he was like, man, oh, man, he might have taken that one off of his head. That was a close-up shot. And now Collinsville has an injured player down right in front of the bench, or excuse me, of the goal, that is occupied by Escarini. So we will have an injury timeout, and we'll come back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Back here at Collinsville High School, Trey Shibish was the injured Kahok. He has walked off under his own power, so that was nice to see. What is not nice to see is the Brewers have added on another run. They lead the Cardinals 3-0 in the top of the fourth. Blues are down 1-0 about halfway through the second. That's just preseason, though. I'm not worried about the Blues. Cardinals, I just have this eerie feeling, are going to end up blowing this thing when they had a game-and-a-half lead with 6 games left to go, albeit a tough 6 games against Milwaukee and then over the upcoming weekend at Wrigley Field. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. Here is Simpson, sends the ball in with his head and then takes a tumble down to the ground, and now Granite City comes back and tries to push the ball into their offensive zone, which they have not done a lot of here in this second half. Here's a nice move by Zach Covey. Covey pops the ball up into the box. Logan Whitehead puts it down in front, puts on a bender, but it doesn't bend far enough. He thought he had to hurry up and get that shot on goal, but really he could have settled that ball down and taken a quality shot. But, you know, in the heat of the game action, you don't realize that you have a little bit of open space out there. So he hastily shot the ball toward the goal, and it goes wide. Off of Spencer Pies to Luke Liljegren, who tries to find Trey Simpson, but a couple of nice moves being put on by Ryan Martins here for Granite City. We'll give them the ball back, but just momentarily. Here is Trey Simpson. Simpson moves the ball up to Frecker. Frecker couldn't quite get there before Granite City's guy did, so a little scrum ensues over there on the far side between 4 players, 2 wearing purple, 2 wearing white, and the ones in white come away with the ball, and now Tyler McCauley will just send the ball back to Escarine, and he'll send it back out to midfield all the way over on the far side in front of the Granite City bench. Now that ball ends up going out of bounds, so Collinsville will get the ball back. Logan Rader has not seen much action down on his end, but I guess that's a good thing. Collinsville brings the ball back in. Here is Zach Covey. Covey sends the ball up, but not far enough to get it to his teammate, and the ball gets sent right back. Here is Logan Rader, who will come out of goal and send that ball all the way down. Granite City. As that ball goes out of bounds. Play taking place over on the far side. And a shot toward goal. Oh, Trey Simpson was almost there once again. But got the head on it, just couldn't get enough of it. Oh, come on. Collinsville working hard. Whistle on the play. All right, well, it's not letting me reset the clock now for some reason or other, so sorry, folks. Oh, sometimes this is tough to do by yourself. 5:15 left to play. As Escarini will send the ball back out to midfield. I'll just have to tell you what's going on with the time, okay? Because right now I can't get the clock to reset. Gives me a big red X. And then while I'm trying to do all that, of course, I'm missing game action. So I think I'd rather just worry about the game action. Under 5 minutes to play. There is Collinsville trying to work the ball forward. Granite City's done a good job tonight with their defense, keeping Collinsville in check for the most part. We are tied at 1, and we have overtime looming unless the Kahawks can put one here in the nets. Here is Donovan Scott Gass all the way over onto the far side past Spencer Vlasic, but Spencer will track the ball down and then send it up the sideline, and a nice job over there keeping it in bounds for the Kahawks as they move it inside the box, and it'll be another goal kick restart here. For Escarine. 4 minutes to play. Out to midfield. Off of the head of Spencer Pies, just past Trey Simpson. He almost got it back, though. Now Pies brings it up. Liljegren off of a shin. Right back out front. Frecker, he'll send it up over on the far side, but Zane Baker lost his footing trying to turn the corner and run after the ball, and at that point he just didn't have enough time to regroup and chase that ball down. So Granite City will get the ball back. They'll throw it in right in front of the Kahawk bench. Collinsville trying to wrestle it back. Granite City stops that from happening, but Collinsville gets the ball right back, and here is Donovan Scott Gass. Scott Gass sends it over to this side now for Spencer Pies. Pies didn't get enough on that ball to help his teammate with that pass. Here is Braden Dickerson. Dickerson puts a shot on goal that goes right off of the body of Zach Covey and across the end line. So a corner kick coming up here for the Warriors. It'll be on the near side. And it's going to be taken by Hunter Harnato. It's on the way. Low, out front, and stays out front. Kicked farther out front. Collinsville trying to track it down. Logan Whitehead turns around, tries to track it down and get back there behind the defenders, but that didn't work out. Granite City sends the ball up. Here is Zane Baker. Baker over to this side for Trey Simpson, who has the only goal for Collinsville. Trying for another one. That one bends and goes out the far side off of one of the Warriors. So throw in all the way over on the far side will come from Spencer Pies as we have 1:45 left to play here in regulation. Spencer Pies throws it in, out toward the front of the goal, knocked out even farther by the Granite City defense. Oh, what a shot on goal that was. Zane Baker got a blistering shot on goal that Escarini had to make the save on, and that ball ended up across the end line after that, so Collinsville will get a corner kick here. It's already on the way, out of the other side, in front. Collinsville trying to get a foot on it. They can't do it. That ball goes across the end line, and now we're going to have another corner kick coming up here for Collinsville. This one's going to be taken from the far side corner as we have 1 minute left to go here in regulation. Corner kick on the way. It's high and off of one of the Kahoks' heads and over the goal. So with 45 seconds left, Granite City will have a goal kick restart here. And what? Are we? All right, well, we'll go with that then. Apparently there's not going to be an overtime. We're going to go straight to penalty kicks if this game does go to overtime, which it appears likely that it will. 25 seconds left, and Escarini still hasn't sent the ball out. Now he does. And sent back. Collinsville, one last chance, 12 seconds left. Kahawks bring the ball up. Zane Baker gets stuck over there on that far side sideline, and Granite City will send the ball all the way downfield in front of their bench, and that's going to do it. 1-1 after 2 periods of play. Back with overtime or penalty kicks next. We'll find out all together here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their 2nd year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
We welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. We are going to penalty kicks here in this tied contest. And Collinsville will get the first kick, and it'll be Zach Covey against Escarine. Covey, he's ready. On the way. Good. Here is Noah Van Buskirk for Granite City. And he sends it in past Tate Wyatt. Both Tate Wyatt and Logan Rader are out there as Tate Wyatt goes and heads back over right next to his teammate Logan. And right now, we are tied at 1. Here is Whitehead for the Kahawks. Against Escarine. On the way. And a stop by Escarine. So that puts the pressure squarely on the shoulders of the Kahawks here. Each team will get 5 shots. Collinsville misses on their second. Chase Reeves will step up here now for Collinsville, and he will be faced against Logan Rader. And he scores. So right now, Granite City has a 2-1 lead here in the penalty kick phase as Zane Baker comes up for Collinsville. Baker, he's ready. It's on the way. And that one's good. Need at least one stop here by a Collinsville goalkeeper to keep this game going. And here is Tate Wyatt back in goal as the Warriors send up Cade Bobbitt. Oh, just past the diving Tate Wyatt. Tate guessed correctly, but couldn't stop it. 3-2. Granite City has the lead on the penalty kick goals. Here is Luke Liljegren. Yamari Escarini has had a pretty good game here. Here's the next one, and that one stopped as well. Collinsville in real trouble now. If the next man up here, which is Ryan Martins, hits this goal, this game is over. Because they will have 4. Collinsville has already taken 4 shots and has missed 2. So we need Logan Rader here. It's on the way. Nope. Martins hits it. Granite City hits 4 out of 4. Collinsville hits 2 out of 4. And for the first time in 5 years, the Granite City Warriors have beaten the Collinsville Kahawks in boys soccer. All right. that will take us into our post-game coverage. Post-game show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. Visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. You can call 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Back with the post-game show in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
Let's thank Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Well, they're building a new home, making an addition to the home you already own, or finally getting around to that remodeling project that you've been putting off. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor that you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and they are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Call 618-407-5466 or online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or you can check out Pace Design Construction on Facebook.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network as Collinsville drops this game tonight to Granite City. Final score in the newspapers tomorrow will be 2-1. We were 1-1 after regulation, and we went straight to penalty kicks, and Granite City made 4 of 4, while the Kahoks missed 2 out of the 4 they took. And Collinsville's assistant head coach Jeff Hayes joins us now. Coach Hayes, you hate to lose games, but you hate to lose games like that, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Granite is a much improved team. I think Coach Reeves has done a fantastic job since he's gotten there. And more than anything, you can see that team will play with effort the entire 80 minutes. And that's what they did tonight. Even though we had a lot of possession, we got a lot of pressure on them, especially in the second half, just pretty much pounding them. I thought Yamari did a fantastic job in goal, made some saves that you just weren't expecting, and he even gets the goal in the first half.
That's what I was going to say, man. You can't argue with the game that Granite City's goalkeeper had. I mean, not only did he make some fantastic saves, as you mentioned, but he scores his team's only goal in regulation, so he's
man of the match.
Yeah, wrap this one up with a bow tie and give it to him as a birthday present because it might not get any better than that for him.
I don't think it does. He played a fantastic game.
Yeah, he did. Collinsville's lone goal in the game coming from Trey Simpson. Tell me about what you saw from that goal.
It's just like pressure all second half. Just keep putting it in their end, and it looks like we just finally had a bounce go our way, and Trey was able to finish it. A little scrappy goal again. I think Yamari got a hand on it, but Trey tucked it away as best he could.
Yeah, and you guys took your goalkeeper Tate White out of the game for the second half. Did you is it because of the goal, or you just feel like you needed a change?
It was probably more so for a change. That was Rob's call. We've been in a bit of a slump, and we've been letting in some goals that we just kind of shake our head at, and we've got a lot of confidence in both our goalies. Even Tate now is still a fantastic goalie, but Logan Rader does a great job too. It's just one of those positions where you typically go with a guy and stick with them. So it was great for Logan to get some minutes tonight too. But either way, with one of those guys in goal, I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, and then you guys decided to do the platoon thing on the PKs. What was the thought behind that?
Just see what happens. We practice PKs all the time, and they both do a fantastic job. It's they both get big, they're quick. I think tonight, Granite had a couple guys go down the middle when they were trying to make an effort for the post. Our keeper was. And it's just one of those things. We have some really good PK shooters, and tonight 2 of them didn't make it, and they typically do. So that's the way it goes.
All right. Well, thank you for the visit, sir. This
Thanks,
one's going to
sir.
hurt for a minute, but you guys got another game.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Thanks. That is assistant coach Jeff Hayes for your Collinsville Kahawks as the Kahawks lose tonight by a final score of 2-1. That's going to do it for us from the broadcast booth. We are right back here at this school on Thursday. We'll be indoors as we bring you girls volleyball action against Edwardsville on Thursday evening, early evening, late afternoon. And then, of course, our next game will be on the road as your football team will head to Granite City to take on the Warriors on Friday night. Thanks to both of my coaches, Coach Luggie and Coach Hayes, for spending time in the pre and the post games. We certainly do appreciate it. And until Thursday night, everyone have yourselves a fantastic evening.